All right, thank you for coming. Week one, excited to get started. Before we get going, I'd like to announce who our captains are. On defense, Brock Horn, Jordan Aladukin, Anthony Hawkins. On offense, Payshawn Wimberly, Alex Wolschlager, and Levi Gesrick. So super excited. We couldn't ask for six better guys to lead our team. They've been in the program for 4 and 5 years. And they get it. They understand what we expect, and they're going to do a great job leading our football team. We had an interesting training camp, to say the least. There was signs of us performing at a very high level whenever we could get our whole team on the practice field. It's been an injury-ridden camp, to say the least. There's a couple injuries that I'm not going to mention that will cause 2 to 3 players to be out probably for the year. I'll announce that after the game. But we're banged up. We need to get our team on the field and have a really good week of practice and get ready for a really good Fordham team. I think this Fordham team is a great challenge. This team, they know how to win. They've got a great program. They went into Buffalo last year and won. And then 2 years ago, they went into OU and lost on a last-second field goal. So very impressed with what they do. We're going to have to play our best football like normal. The great thing about college football these days is that anyone can win at any moment. So we've got to bring our A game like we'll have to do all 12 weeks. Any questions?
We've got a microphone. Just say hi to Chrissy over there.
Obviously, with some of these injuries, is it a matter of you have the experienced players as backup that are able to step in, or are a lot of these newcomers going to have to step right in?
It's going to be a combination of both. There's some older guys that have been in the program that are going to have to step up. We're going to have to move some people around. Nothing like we planned, to say the least. Nothing like what we practiced this summer in terms of personnel. But we'll have to move some guys around. Some guys will have to step up. The wonderful thing about our offense and defense and special team system is that we are extremely flexible. We can do a lot with who we have. It's not like we're set in our ways of only having to run one style of offense. So we're going to take our personnel. We've got good enough players, no question about it, and we need to put them in the right spots. And we need to practice really well this week. Just like I said, the concerning piece for me right now going through training camp, it was very inconsistent, and half the reason it was inconsistent is we had half our guys on either side of the ball participating at the same time. So they really haven't played together in these last 3 weeks like you would hope. So hopefully we'll be able to get as many guys to the dance as we can. We need to have a great week of practice. Just like I said, this is a really dangerous football team that is coming into the Doit, and we've got to be on our A game.
Yeah, looking at Fordham, obviously they got one of the best quarterbacks and running backs in the FCS. I guess how do you prepare for that, knowing that they can really put up points?
Yeah, I think the quarterback's outstanding. He only, I think, threw 1 interception last year. They are very unique. They play with tempo. They spread the field. They spread you out. They throw the ball around, and then they hand it to the back, and the back's excellent. So we're going to have to play really well on defense, and the way that I look at playing Fordham, it kind of reminds me whenever we were going against wishbone teams, to be quite honest with you. We got to possess the ball on offense. We got to run the ball. We got to control the clock. We got to keep this Fordham offense off the field, and we got to protect the ball. If you look at Buffalo's loss last year, they had 4 turnovers. There was a punt blocked, and we got to make Fordham earn every single thing that they're going to get. So we'll have a good game plan for them. We'll adapt and adjust to our issues. The good thing is, the following week you've got Penn State, then you got a bye, and that bye couldn't have come at a better time, to be quite honest with you. So everything's going to be dumped into this week. We're going to be laser focused on Fordham and adapt and to adjust to our situation.
Obviously, what's the key to just getting off to a good start this season? Obviously, the Liberty game last year with a lot of the turnovers. But what's
You took it out of my mouth.
Yeah. What's maybe, is there something different that, heading into this season that you try to preach to your guys to get off to a good start?
Well, I think our offensive line is really taking giant steps. I'm talking giant steps. They're playing really hard as a unit. They're old, they're big, they're physical. And, the whole key offensively for us is going to be, number one, taking care of the ball. I think we have the ability to run the football. We've got quite a few guys that can run the rock, which is really good. And then, obviously, protecting the passer. We need to make sure that our quarterback stays upright this year. So I think we've got enough skill guys around Connor to be effective. And the thing with Connor is all he has to do is just take care of the ball, take the right footwork, go from 1 to 2 to 3, hit his first open wide receiver. And when you have the ability to run the football the way that I think we're going to be able to run it, it's going to create great play action. It's going to be able to create one-on-one opportunities for him on the perimeter. And we just need to take care of the ball.
Thank you. Talk about the other side of the ball then, Coach. Defensively, you guys did so well in the big picture last year. I think a large measure of that was on takeaways. Talk about, you think that's going to be a highlight of this year's defensive side of the ball?
The thing that I think we do really well in our program is we emphasize the ball. And if you really look at last year, it was a tale of two seasons. At the beginning of the year, we were horrific at protecting the ball. Defensively, we were adequate at getting it back at the first half of the season, and then the second half, we were excellent at protecting the ball, and we were ball hogs. We got the ball back defensively. So we emphasize it. We have 2 periods, 3 periods of practice. That's all we're doing is concentrating on how to get the ball back and how to protect the ball. So that's got to carry over, all those great drills and all those things that we do year in and year out about the ball. It's got to show up this fall.
Talk about expectations this year as well. Obviously, you're pretty highly regarded in the preseason rankings, and a lot of expectations built on the success last year. How has this year differed from last year and the year before in preparation?
Yeah, well, A1A, and it's the message that I've sent daily to our team, it's consistency. It's consistency day in and day out. How we do business day in and day out is going to determine how many games we're going to win. If you're inconsistent, if you're disciplined part of the time, you're going to get what you deserve. The crazy thing about this game is you can't cheat the system. You can't cheat it. If you cheat what you're doing in training camp, if you cheat what you're doing in the summertime, the football gods will pay you back. So we need to make sure that we do a great job of being consistent, having discipline, and playing together, and completely just worrying about what's important. There's so many things right now in college football that's out there that are distractions. They're everywhere. And we've got to be disciplined enough to worry about what's important, put the other things to rest that aren't important, and come out and be selfless and be a team, and everything will take care of itself.
Start off the season with a action game Thursday night, and I'm curious, we've got so many kids coming into town. You've heard enrollment's up 22% over 2 years ago. How important is it that those kids come out? Derek talks about the orange wave, et cetera. How important is it to get a big crowd in here Thursday?
Yeah, I think we'll have a great crowd. I really do, and I want to encourage everyone to come out. It's going to be a beautiful evening. It's supposed to be a little warm, I heard, but it's going to be perfect. So we need to get all our students, all the BG community out here. Our team likes to play in front of people, and I think we've done a great job. Our kids have done a great job in the community, they've conducted themselves in such a first-class manner. I think people in the community recognize that these kids are good people, they're good students, they love BG, and so, yeah, I would love to see as many people come out and support this group. I really like this group in terms of they're really good people, they've got great parents, and you know, we just got to really, really concentrate on not being selfish, and really got to concentrate on what's important. And just like I said, if we get off kilter worrying about things that are out there in the outside world, it can catch you pretty quick.
Could you just talk about, Payshawn Wimberly being named a captain, despite obviously, he suffered the injury, he's going to be out for the season, but just the respect that he has on the team and from his players.
Yeah, that was a devastating whenever he got hurt this spring. It was a non-contact injury. It was like slow motion. You just watched it occur and you knew that it wasn't good. And the good thing is that his rehab's coming along quite well. He's running already, which is great. But the team loves him. He played with a ton of juice, a ton of energy. We call it the Payshawn way, and we feed off that. And every single time that we're not playing hard or not doing things the right way, I always refer back to him, are we doing it his way? And if we can somehow find a way to be consistent and disciplined and do the things that Payshawn did day in and day out, we're going to be successful. Payshawn's going to be successful because he is a hardworking, great human being, 3/8 student. He does everything right off the field, and so having success, there's no secret sauce. I mean, it's doing things right consistently, being disciplined, and working as hard as you possibly can at your trade, and that's what he does.
With kind of going back to the injuries, is there like a message just to try to keep spirits high when players are getting hurt? Is there a message to the team, as far as just, trying to push through that and everything?
Well, I think in every season it occurs. It just occurred a little bit earlier than what it normally does. And, the injuries that did occur were not caused from over-practicing. They weren't caused from being foolish in terms of rep count. They just happened, unfortunately. But we'll adapt and adjust. Hopefully we get some people back this week. And the big thing, just like I said, I know we're going to get enough people back to practice really well. We've got to practice well this week, in my opinion.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thank you.
Hold up.
Sorry.
What's the process like, starting at this point in the week and then having to do a Thursday game? Obviously the midweek action is a ways away, but doing it for the first game of the season, what's that process like?
We're pros. We're pros at it. I mean, I think we've had more action games around here. I think we had 4 last year, right? I want to say. So we know the process. I think the big positive, very similar to during the action season, is that we're still in training camp. We don't start school here till Monday, so we've got a huge advantage. Today is our Saturday. Tomorrow will be our Sunday, and Saturday will be our Monday, and Tuesday's practice, which is huge, is on Sunday. So we're going to be able to take advantage of still being in training camp, being able to watch extra film. Being able to eat and train properly, get sleep, I think is really important. And then, that Wednesday practice, always that first practice, the day of when classes begin, is normally challenging. But we practice in the morning. So we're going to be able to practice in the morning, then the kids go to class. In the old school days, when you practice in the afternoon, the kids would wake up in the morning, they would go to class, and that first practice, I don't know what it is, every single place that I've ever coached, the practice is horrific. And so we're going to be able to avoid our two most important practices of the week without school starting. So we're going to need to take advantage of it and practice really well this week.